Nadia, please.
Tēnā koutou katoa. I run Overactive Imagination, which is a film and television production company based in the Arts Centre. So this long-term plan, you're hitting me with a double blow, just establishing support for both the Arts Centre and the Regional Screen Investment Grant. 3 years ago, I sat here and challenged Council to think about how they could enable the Arts Centre to thrive, not just survive. Yet here we are again fighting for survival. Fighting for survival for the largest collection of Category 1 historic buildings in New Zealand, not just Christchurch, but New Zealand. You know, in a city ravaged by earthquakes where we've lost so much of our heritage, it's really hard to understand why local council wouldn't provide ongoing operational support for this deeply significant place. But the Arts Centre is so much more than a collection of historic buildings. It's a vibrant, creative space. It inspires people. It's a common space. It's free to all. It supports cultural expression, contributes to a vibrant city through offerings such as the Off Centre, Festival, the concert series, the market, school holiday programs, to name a few. Yep, and I know we all miss the ducks. I miss the ducks, you miss the ducks, but you know, we've got to move past that and recognise what the Arts Centre offers us in the here and now. If we don't protect it and its cultural heart, we'll all be talking in 10 years about how much we miss the Arts Centre. I first worked from the Arts Centre 20 years ago and then returned as a tenant in 2020. I've worked in many different places in between, and nowhere have I found the community and the connection that the Arts Centre brings. It feels like across the rebuild of the city there was quite an emphasis on bringing together like-minded individuals and businesses into creative clusters and precincts. Yet here's the Arts Centre doing just that. It's an authentic creative hub, one that's built up organically over time. Instead of trying to replicate the Arts Centre, how about we value it? Mayor Phil, I read with concern your comments around the existent trustees having a narrow interpretation of the Act. Mm-hmm. The thought of this beautiful creative space being stripped back to little more than a property management company sounds like a soulless proposition to me, and one that I doubt that the thousands of people who submitted to save the Arts Centre had in mind. You know, it's the Arts Centre. There's a clue in the name, right? I understand there's also been a few misnomers floating around, so to clarify, as a tenant, I pay market rent. My rent is reviewed and has increased over the years in line with the market. I'm not based there because it's a free ride. I'm based there because as someone trying to run an arts-based company in Christchurch, it's a vibrant and creative place to be. I'm surrounded by others who care about the arts. My office sits above where Rutherford tried to split the atom. It's hard to beat that. My office also sits alongside the Arts Centre staff. I share facilities with them, so I see firsthand how dedicated this team is. I see the late nights they pull, how hard they work, week in, week out, to bring a curated, compelling arts program to the city. I was there in 2020 when substantial staff reductions were made, so I see this team. They're working on the smell of an oily rag, and the reason they pull it off so capably is because they love the arts and they believe in its purpose. You know, no doubt there are massive pressures on local government around the country at the moment, but when the chips are down, this is when we need the arts the most. The arts are proven to build resilience both across individuals and communities. Stories and experiences bring people together. Which brings me to my second concern, the removal of the Regional Screen Production Grant. I can see on the outside how this program could be deemed a success, right? One and done, a total of 1.5 million given out by council over 3 years, attracted 9 productions that brought in 12.5 million in production costs that stayed in the region. Brilliant, right? You know, we've given them a boost, let's move on. So I'd like to share my perspective as a producer from the inside. You know, our current reality is that the lion's share of crew and infrastructure sits in Wellington and Auckland. Filming in Christchurch is expensive. We have incredible locations, we've got a small but skilled, passionate crew base and a growing offering of technical suppliers, but we do not have the depth of crew and infrastructure that they have in the north. I can tell you as a producer, without the incentive, productions will not come. Pressures on production budgets have never been higher. As producers, we want to see as much of our budget up on screen as possible. The grant helped to offset costs, the increased costs of filming here. Without it, why would we commit to flying down crew, accommodating them, paying for ding-ins, bringing in trucks and equipment when it's all so easily accessible in the north? You know, you might think maybe our locations are enough to draw people, but think of the last film you watched. How much was exterior and how much was interior? Without the incentive, productions that have got specific location requirements, they're going to come in for a week, maybe 10 days, smash out their exteriors and then move north. meaning our crew and suppliers miss out on work and valuable upskilling opportunities. The city's hotels, restaurants, car rentals, security services, to name a few, also lose out. The grant's been a game changer for the region, and it was a forward-thinking offering. But for Christchurch to be a viable production base, we need to rinse and repeat. Otherwise, we're going to go back to the status quo before the grant, and Christchurch will be an outlier. So please reinstate the grant. It contributes to making Christchurch a vibrant city to live in. And please support the Arts Centre long-term as an arts hub for the creatives that work there, for the people of the city, for future generations. I know what Rutherford would want.
Thank you. Now Sam has one question.
Hey, thank you for that. That was really good. I'm just wondering, it was just some comments you made, and I thought while you're here as a tenant, it'd be good to understand.
Yep.
Are you under the impression that if we don't fund it, come 1 July, you'll be kicked out of the Arts Centre?
Not at all. No. But no. So
Okay.
that's right.
No, that's
Yep,
cool. I just wanted to
understand
clarify that.
Yeah, that's right. But
Yeah.
without the council support, then the Arts Centre will be on a track to insolvency, right? And so then it seems like the only viable option is that the Arts Centre will have to be gifted to somebody else, right, under the Act.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to understand it. As long as you don't have the impression come 1 July you're being kicked out,
No,
if the council don't fund it.
no.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's great.
Great.
Okay, Tony, please.